I arrived at the hotel.
Ah, you must be Stephen. Nice of you to come down.
Everyone remained silent through his speech. Cable Cure, Linson, Clark and Co. were needed to front a big share swindle. I didn't have to understand the technicalities. My role was simple. I was to lure Alan into a hotel where incriminating photographs would be taken. The Krays would use these photographs to blackmail him to doing as they wanted. The American explained that several £1 million were involved and I'd be paid handsomely.
I'll need more time. I'm thinking it's bad for your health.
How could I do this to Alan, but what choice did I have? Why couldn't I be like other youngsters of my age, enjoying the swinging New London with its Carnaby Street shops, coffee bars and nightclubs? I passed the cinema showing the Beatles film, Help.
Help me, someone! Why is this happening to me?
Early the next morning, I called on Alan.
Ring, ring.
Hello, Alan.
Hello, Stephen. How are you?
Listen, can I come round? Something's urgent just popped up.
What is it?
Can I come round?
Yes, of course. Come over for lunch.
An hour later, I was at Alan's door.
You look terrible. Come in, have a seat. Take a seat. I just need to pop out to the shops. Dad will keep you company.
Are you going to tell me what the trouble is then? If it involves my son, tell me.
What would you do if you were being forced to do something terrible to someone that was close to you?
I wouldn't do it. If you find genuine friendship just once in your life, you're a lucky man. My son Alan cares for you. I wouldn't do it. Just don't do it.
You're right.
You won't have to take them pills that you secretly take as well.
Dad, you look better. What do you do with him, Daddy?
I just made him face life for once.
As we ate lunch, a feeling of freedom came over me. An old man had taken away, a 100-year-old man had taken away my fear of the Krays. I was more afraid of him now. He'd spoken with the voice of my conscience. To Alan's dad, I found the resolve to fight. I booked into a hotel near King's Cross, owned by Maltese people I knew. A few hours later, I wired up a sensitive recorder under the table to record everything that he said in that room.
Hello.
Yes? Tommy, it's Stephen.
Yeah, go on.
Listen, I'm really not sure about this plan. Can I meet with the American so we can just go over it one more time?
Go on away. Where are you?
An hour later, he and the American arrived in my hotel room. Foolishly, they talked at length about the entire plot, answering all my questions as I drew them out. They left when I told them I was now satisfied. We had agreed to take the photos the following evening. Immediately, I made 3 copies of the tape, putting each into separate envelopes. I addressed one to Scotland Yard headquarters, one to the News of the World, and I took the third to a solicitor explaining what had happened. I gave him the 2 envelopes with the other tapes and told him to post them if the Crays or Cowley harmed me. The evidence was sufficient to put many behind bars. The following day, absolutely stoned out of my mind like a kamikaze pilot on his final mission, I waited in that room for the showdown.
Read this! I've recorded everything! What are you going to do now? Kill me? I'll kill myself! And then the police will get everything! And you'll all go to prison!
Calm down. Let's talk to Terry. Laughing for.
I recorded everything the other day when you and the American came round. Alright? If you harm me, I'll go near Alan and the old Bill will get it before you even get home. Alright?
Okay. Let's call it on. That'll be it. Just go out the door. And then I would have called the whole deal off.
You do that.
My fear of a frail 100-year-old man had checkmated the Crays. Well done. Just to conclude, in real life, it was a 100-year-old mother, but they switched it in the script because they didn't have a woman. And it really was. This old lady, Mrs. Beach, her real name was Beecher, and his real name was Alec, and the real name of the company was Capel Cure Linson Clark and Co., which is now Capel Cure Carbon, who are still probably one of London's biggest stockbrokers. But her speech to me, I never forgot then, I still haven't got to this day, and her actual words were, if you find true love in this lifetime, it's worth dying for. And I don't know why, but that somehow, struck home with me and gave me the courage to, or the lunacy to go against them. But this is just part, really, and I really stress this, that this is just part of a story which, when you hear it in a kind of funny, comical way, sounds very attractive. But if you're living it rather, it's like misery from day one, from when I was 14 to many, many years later. And it's not an existence. It's just it's not